Hello, Jacqueline. How are you?
Hi, Yagmur. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We're going to start, but I want to wait for more patients, then we are going to start. Is everything good?
Yeah, everything's good, thanks. I had quite a ropey 3.5 weeks at the start, but I'm doing well now. And I'm down to 12 stone 6, so that's like over 2.5 stone I've lost.
Yeah, and I think that makes change in your life and in your physical capability also.
Yeah, hopefully. Could you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh. So have you been busy?
Yes, it's again busy week. Dr. Murat will come next week. Oh, sorry, maybe next week. And it's gonna be busy.
It's better being busy, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think I choose the wrong day for meeting. It's Friday night, maybe people going out, and because there was so many patients, but now they're like telling me, oh, we had a plan, so we had to cancel.
Oh, that's a pity, eh? Well, especially I'm okay because I've retired now, so I'm working all week, so I'm free anytime.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, Kelly is also here.
Hi.
But I think she's connecting to voice right now.
Okay.
So, hi. Hi, Kelly. Do you hear me? I think there's poor connection, so I can't hear you right.
Hello.
Hello, Kelly. I can hear you, but it's a little bit frozen, but it's okay. Is everything good?
Yeah, everything's fine, yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna start in maybe, let's wait a few more minutes and then we can start. I'm gonna record this meeting every month and I will share them on Facebook, the record of this meeting, and I think people gonna watch them and watch it there. And yeah, at the end of this meeting you can ask your questions and we can talk a little bit. We can have a chat and then that's all. And let's wait until 10 maybe, like a few more minutes, 6 more minutes, and then we can start. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, perfect. Hi, hello, dear Selvi.
Hello. I don't know where to look.
I'm here. How are you? Is everything good?
It's fantastic.
Morning there.
Yes, it is.
A little bit different. So we're gonna start in a few minutes. Just before that, we were just chatting with Jacqueline and Kelly. Can you see all of us?
I can see, including myself, 4 people.
Oh yeah, here we are. I was just talking about I choose the wrong date. Maybe it's Friday night, so maybe our patients were going out and having fun. That's why attendance is a little bit lower than what I expected, but totally fine.
That's okay. There's always next time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe we can start a little bit. So, today's meeting is about carbohydrates. I think this is really juicy topic because most of our patients wants to learn about the carbohydrates and see if they are totally evil or they are innocent. We're gonna check this today in this meeting. So maybe change the, yeah, where are the carbohydrates? When we say carbohydrates, most of the pictures comes to our mind is probably macaroni, pizza, rice, bread. These are the basic carbohydrates that comes to our mind, but it's not all of this. We can talk about beans, lentils, chickpeas. These are also contains carbohydrate inside. And as you can see, dairy products, we are knowing them as lactose, which is a sugar, dairy sugar. So inside the milk, inside the cheese, inside the yogurt, we can have carbohydrates. And of course, we can see carbohydrates as a fructose form in fruits. So we can also have carbohydrates from fruits. And what about vegetables? Do we have carbohydrates in vegetables? Yes, in some of them, especially in potatoes. And they are really good source of carbohydrates. That's why we don't really count potatoes as vegetable in nutrient base. We count them as a carbohydrate source. That's why we cut down potatoes in pre-diet. So we didn't add mashed potatoes in pre-diet because they are high in starch and high in carbohydrates.
Absolutely.
And what did we do? Sorry for the wrong translate. What did we do in the third month after surgery? After surgery, I separate nutritional periods into two. First 3 months, and from 3 months till the 1 month. For the patients, it's probably like liquid diet, pre-diet, solid diet period. But for me, it consists of 2 periods from start to 3rd month, from 3rd month till a year. Why I divide them into 2 like this? It's because of many things. Because of your stomach volume is little bit smaller than what we are expecting. Like you see the images next to it. The upper one is bypass. The below there we can see the sleeve gastrectomy. So yes, these are the volumes that we are expecting, but after surgery, it is more tight than what we are expected because it has a trauma after surgery, and because of this trauma, your stomach is tighter because it's just covered with water accumulation. So it's more smaller than what we are expected. So the first 3 months is also really important period because of healing. And that means that you need more protein than normal days. And that's why we want to fill your little baby stomach with protein, healthy fats, and not with carbohydrates. So that's why we avoid carbohydrates for the first 3 months. But what did we avoid? We avoid bread, rice, and pasta, but we didn't avoid milk, yogurt, fruit, and vegetables, and beans. We didn't avoid them. And that's why you had a carbohydrate in the first 3 months. After 3 months, what did we do? We add carbohydrates in our meal plan. But the carbohydrates are complex carbohydrates, crunchy carbohydrates, and carbohydrates that's combined with protein and fats. We are gonna get into this a little bit more. What are the complex carbohydrates? It's Turkish, but I'm gonna explain what is this image. It shows that the difference between basic carbohydrate sources and complex carbohydrate sources. What does it mean? For example, I tell you, normally in diets, you know that we recommend brown rice, brown bread, and brown pasta, not the white bread or white rice or regular pasta. Why do we do that? Is it less in calories? No, not at all. They are same in calories, but they are high in fiber, high in protein, and high in minerals and vitamins. That's why we are choosing complex carbohydrates. So if you think like, okay, I'm eating bread, like brown bread, so it's totally fine. I can eat as much as I want. It's a wrong decision. It's because they are same calories with the white bread. It's just more fiber in it. So we are choosing complex carbohydrates because they are high in fiber, which will help you to deal with constipation mostly. We see after sleeve gastrectomy. And also this fiber gonna feed your good bacteria in your bowels. And vitamins like B complex vitamins are rich in this complex carbohydrates. And yeah, crunchy carbohydrates. We are starting with those. Maybe you are familiar with Rivita or Wasa. These are the good high fiber carbohydrates. They are low in starch. They are crunchy. That means that they are low in starch, and that will help that they are not gonna become like a dough in your stomach, or they are not gonna become like dough in your bowels. So it's not gonna make you uncomfortable. They are good choices, and yeah, maybe you can also toast your bread, and it's also a good source of carbohydrate. And the last one, combined meals. Yeah, after 3 months, we add carbohydrates, but still, maybe you tried and you see that after 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of rice, you are feeling full. So it's not good for really good nutritious meal. So we want to combine them with healthy fat options or protein options, like you see in this image. There is beans, vegetables, and every kind of good source of like maybe they cook it with vegetable oil, and maybe you can add some avocado inside. So it mixed with other other nutrients. So it's gonna make you full again easily. But now you're gonna have the other sources as well. And combining carbohydrate with other sources will also help you to regulate your blood sugar. How does it do that? Normally, when you eat carbohydrates, it just makes your blood sugar like unbalanced situation. But when you include proteins inside, proteins are not easy to digest. They are digested in long periods. So that means that it's going to absorb from your blood longer. In longer time, so it's not going to be unbalanced blood sugar. It's going to be more regulated. But if you eat your carbohydrate only maybe pasta, only maybe donuts or something like this, it's going to absorb really fast, and it's going to affect you a lot. And for example, if you start your day with only carbohydrates, maybe you had just 1 piece of fruit and you start your day like this, throughout the day, it will be always hard to balance your blood sugar again, because it will start like this and it will continue like this. Yeah, that's why we always want you to combine your fruit with yogurt or milk or cheese next to it. It's really very important. Yeah, and after a year, our tolerance is higher. We can add something new to our meal plan, but always we have to make sure that we see the hidden sugar inside the food. So here is some examples. Sorry, I have 3 phones right now with me, so I have lots of notifications. So first one is peach juice. It's the packaged one. It's not a fresh one, and it doesn't say any sugar-free item on it. So it means that they add sugar inside of this juice. We don't recommend juices, even the fresh ones, because they're also less in fiber. We recommend you to eat fruit as its own. But whenever maybe you want to drink some juice, always choose the organic ones and not added sugar ones. This is really important. And hidden sugar is also inside the sauces. like mayo, ketchup, barbecue, ranch. They all have added sugar inside. If you want to choose any kind of sauce like this one, I can recommend mustard. Mustard is the low calorie and there is no sugar inside, so you can choose mustard for using. And of course, energy drinks. They are high in calories. They are easy to drink. They are small little evils that bring lots of calorie in small cans. So we avoid energy drinks. And maybe you can, yes, it's a little bit odd, but bread also have sugar inside. Normally, you know that bread consists of water, flour, and how do we tell it in English? Maya.
Yeast.
Yes, yeast. It consists of flour, water, and yeast, but in packaged breads, they use sugar inside, and that's why we need to avoid those. Please check the nutrient values, ingredient part, it's important. And of course, coffee. We should avoid cream inside the coffee and syrups inside the coffee. They do have sugar-free syrups in the coffee shops, so maybe you can choose those. And of course, ice cream and hot chocolate. These are easy to drink and eat because they melt and they are just go really easily. You can eat lots of ice cream, you can drink lots of hot chocolate, you don't feel uncomfortable. But they are high in calories and high in sugar, so we are avoiding those. And yeah, there is a food addiction cycle here. Why did I put this here? It's because carbohydrates are highly addictive. And so far, I'm sure that you faced with carbohydrate addiction. Maybe you realize that in some point, maybe you're still figuring this out, but carbohydrate addiction is a thing. And after a year, even though our tolerance is higher, I want to warn you about the trigger carbohydrate. It might be a chocolate for some of us, it might be pasta for some of us, but if there is something, or maybe Coke, like cola, Fanta, the sodas, these can be a trigger. So please avoid this kind of triggered food items. Avoid until you are feeling okay. Maybe you deal the problem, or maybe you realize the problem and you want to check yourself. After that, you can reintroduce them. But until that day, please don't introduce your trigger food items. Why I want you to avoid them? First of all, since you avoid them for a year, for example, in the first bite or in the first sip, this food or this liquid will secrete lots of dopamine, lots of serotonin in your body just in 1 second, since because you've been avoiding this for a long time. Just for a second, this cycle will start, and the next month, maybe next week, you're gonna crave for this again. That's why please let's take safe steps and let's avoid our trigger foods for a while more. Here is a scientific article I wanted to put. Here, it's a little bit scary one, but I still want to put it here. This is about Swedish women who had bariatric surgery, and they are looking for the 2nd, 5th, and 10th year fat accumulation in this woman. The thing is here, the overall explanation of this article is, yes, we know that we have a memory in our brain. Yes, we do have a memory in our bowels. It's because the new article shows us that bowels and microbiome shows us real different things about the memory. But also our fat tissues also have memory. So even though people who lose good amounts of weight, after 2nd year, the fat memory brings the fat excretion again, and the fat cells are getting bigger and bigger. It's because their memory, the obesity memory in the fat cells, are reoccur. That's why they are regrow again. But don't worry, it's not gonna happen all of us. It's really insulin related problem. If we are make our insulin levels below, if we are not playing with our blood sugar, it's not gonna affect us. But you have to know that your fat tissues also have a memory and they want to grow again. So please don't let it happen. So don't play with your blood sugar and avoid high insulin peaks, and also avoid sugar and basic carbohydrates. This is really important. Thank you for listening. I didn't, in some point I wanted to warn you. I wanted to scare you a little bit, but besides that, I really wanted to give you good options for eating carbohydrates and checking your meals and checking packaged foods. It's really very important thing for us. So this is all I can tell about carbohydrates, but I'm sure that you also have something to tell us about the carbohydrates. Have you introduced them? How is the relationship with your carbohydrates? Have you been avoiding a specific carbohydrates after bariatric surgery?
I don't know who's on the screen. Can I talk?
Yeah, sure.
O zaman Türkçe'ye geçiyorum ben.
Okay. Jacqueline, our patient Selvi is in Australia, right? So she's joining this one because of the time changes. But we're gonna speak Turkish a little bit if you don't mind.
That's okay.
I'm going to talk some in English, some in Turkish, so please excuse me. This is my first meeting since 3 years because I've been on the wrong list. So I do apologize. Oh, here we go. And my son's helping me from the background because I've got no idea with this technology that updates so quickly. It's been 3 years since I've had my surgery, so I'm assuming I'm way ahead of whoever's on screen at the moment. So my concern was, I do understand the insulin resistance and all that sort of stuff. I haven't, believe it or not, introduced bread into my diet. I've lost. Sorry, I did say I'll speak in Turkish, but I'll switch now and then. Sorry, but I've been very good. Like I said, even dry toast I haven't had. I've been extremely good. I haven't had any carbs, pasta, and my question was going to be, now and then I'll wake up, I don't know, say 4 a.m, and I can't put a finger on it as to why I keep getting up at that time. Is it something to do with my insulin? Am I not having enough intake, or even having enough intake of nutrients? I've got no idea why that's happening.
When it started?
Well, when did it start? That's a really good question. I think is there such a thing as resetting your clock with the surgery? Is there? Am I saying the right thing?
Yani şeyden bahsediyoruz. Yani bu sirkadiyen ritimden mi bahsediyoruz? Bedeninizde ait olan, yoksa kendi iş temponuz mu değişti?
Ya işte onu anlatmaya çalışıyorum. Onu da anlatamıyorum sanırım. Çünkü bu insülin direnci falan olayı var ya. Acaba dedim, hani yediğim şeylerle alakalı mı acaba? Çünkü ben çok dikkat ediyorum. Hani bu zamana kadar ekmek falan hiçbir şey daha dahil yemedim. Bir de şeyi ölçmeye çalışıyorum. Hani bu günlük kalori alıyoruz ya vücudumuzda. Hatta mesela şu olduğum ameliyat, yeni olduğum Türkiye'ye gelip tekrar buraya gelip reset oldu her şey. Tekrar sanki ilk ameliyat olduğum döneme döndüm. Bir şey artık bilemiyorum, psikolojik mi, yiyemiyorum. Ama benim için iyi, güzel bir şey. Onu anlamaya çalışıyorum. Hani bu insülin direncinden dolayı olan bir şey mi? Hani ben diyabetik değilim. Ondan sonra aynı zamanda mesela hatta son zamanlarda kaç ay oldu ya? 3-4 ay belki. Yürüyüşü falan bıraktım çünkü kilo kaybediyorum, korkuyorum.
Peki yani yiyemiyorum derken hani hiç açlık hissinin gelmemesinden bahsediyoruz yoksa
Evet,
bir şekilde
evet,
doymaktan
açlık
mı?
hissi, evet, açlık hissi gitti. Bak mesela şu şişede su var. Ee, Bir dönem su içemiyordum. Bir dönem derken gene aynı zamanlarda. Hatta evden çıkmaya korkuyorum şimdi. Çünkü su içince bu sefer tuvalet hissim geliyor. Korkuyorum. Cırcır olacağım diye korkuyorum. Çok affedersin. I'm so sorry guys. I'm going back and forth in Turkish and English.
Yeah, it's I think it's the satiety. It's not related with like your satiety, not for everybody. But
Yeah.
yours is, I think, different than insulin resistance because
Okay, good.
in insulin resistance, the thing is maybe you eat your meal, everything is okay, but in 1 or 2 hours you feel the hunger again, or you might feel sleepy. The blood sugar is so unbalanced, so you might feel hungry again, or you might feel really down. You can be really sleepy, but it's not related with insulin resistance to not
Okay.
feeling hungry. But in your case, I think we're gonna follow another diet plan, which is will avoid to lose more than we want, and of course we don't want you to have any malnutrition.
Yes.
And that's why we are gonna working on that one. But I'm glad that you are good with carbohydrates, so
I am.
you haven't
I'm
introduced any big
I'm
meals.
stubborn as a mule.
So do you think you have any trigger food?
Trigger foods. Well, possibly. I can't think of names right now, but in the past, I've always liked chocolate, regardless of what weight I was. But then I'm thinking that's because I was lacking in perhaps magnesium, because I love dark chocolate. Regardless, I can't eat dairy. In saying that, I'm also lactose intolerant, so I have almond milk where I can. But yeah, I think chocolate is my weakness, regardless of having this surgery or not
And
having
you
this
haven't
surgery.
introduced chocolate for 3 months, 2 years?
I do. I've even I'm looking at my pantry. I have dark chocolate, and it's the one that has the high percentage of cacao. So I'm still like having my chocolate, but I don't finish a whole bar of chocolate. I'll have like a little square, and tatmin oluyorum, like that's enough for me. But like
Okay,
when you mentioned, but when you mentioned about sorry, I'm going back and forth because I'm still jet lagged. Sorry.
it's okay.
But at least I can keep in touch more now wherever I have questions and what have you, and just
Definitely.
message you. Yeah. So now I know now that you understand English as well. I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally fine. Totally fine. So, but I don't think that chocolate is the trigger food for you, because trigger food is something that when you start eating and you can't stop. And this is like an attack, like twice in a week, third time in a week. You are having this attack for a specific food, and you're eating, like binge eating. But chocolate is, I think, everybody's favorite one.
Weakness.
So, yeah. But I'm glad that you don't have any problem. So I want to continue with Jacqueline.
Yes.
When we compare both of you, she's pretty new. But
Hi, Jacqueline.
Hi, yeah. Hi.
How she's doing with carbohydrates.
Yeah, just a wee bit of background. I had a gastric sleeve coming up for 7 weeks on Monday.
Wow.
So it's early days for me. So I'm still kind of on the pureed food at the moment. The only carbs that I've had, and this has only been from the middle of this week, is like, you know, the sachets of oats, like porridge. So I've had them with the apple and blueberry in it, and I've managed to eat half a sachet of that. So I'm quite proud of myself for that. My problem at the moment is I'd got my bloods, the first month's bloods done yesterday, and they said I'm severely anemic. So I'm needing to try and, you know, counterbalance that once I get the iron tablets. And then I think my daughter was saying that I think I actually need to eat more, like smaller meals during the day, and like force myself to eat more, because I know I'm not eating much. But yeah, apart from that, the only carbs is the oats. I think I'm going to try some mashed potato next week and see how I got on with that.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the iron deficiency, the anemic problem. It's a really common thing after surgery. It's because we are not having enough iron sources such as meat. The meat is the biggest iron source. Besides that, of course, like dark green vegetables, beans, egg, these are also good sources of iron, but of course we are not having them a lot. And also about the vitamin interactions of the iron, that's all build up anemia. But don't worry, when you start having your tablets of iron, it's going to be totally fine. And after then, we will check your blood test results also periodically. Please send us the results, because I haven't seen yesterday any results. Did you send us?
Oh, no, I haven't sent them yet. I'll have to speak to the surgery and ask them to send them right enough. I'd forgotten all about that. But I'll get on to that on Monday.
Okay, please send us, and we want to check them also. And about the portions and the meal plan, since you are telling us that you are having small portions and you can't eat a lot, and this is the thing that I mentioned in the beginning of this presentation. It's since you are having small meals and you don't have any space for more, it's better to fill this new stomach with healthy fats and proteins instead of carbohydrates. That's why rather than introducing mashed potatoes or having oats, I'm not telling that they are bad, but it's better to introduce other easy and small meals. Like maybe you can have, for example, fruits are perfect. You can mash them with yogurt, and you can add maybe a little bit protein powder inside, or you can mash fish with vegetables or chicken with vegetables. You can try them all. If you're really craving for potato, maybe a small potato inside this meal is okay, but I would rather recommend you to have more proteins instead of carbohydrates. And about meals, like it's always, we recommend 3 main meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Snacks are according to patient, but if you say like I can't eat regular lunch, regular breakfast, I can't have enough, it's always like snack. We can have 2 more snacks, and we can maybe start your breakfast in the morning, and half of it you can eat, half of the breakfast you can eat 2 hours later. We can continue like this. it's okay to increase meals for a little bit more, but then it's better to keep it 3 or 4 meals in a day, because otherwise it really affects like snacking habits. So you are constantly snacking. So we don't really want that. Let's have a meal plan tomorrow together, and we can check the options. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. So, yeah, anything else? Oh, Jacqueline, do you have any trigger carbohydrates?
Not really. I wasn't a big carbo fan before the operation. But I guess thinking back, it would be my wee treat to myself would be stopping and getting a hot pie to have them. And so, like, that would be my trigger. Like, oh, go in the car on my own, eat a hot pie in the car with the grease dripping down, you know? But I've got it in my head. I've never stopped in the 7 weeks to go into a baker's to get a pie nor a cake, because I think I've been through all of this. It was a massive deal to get this done. It's been successful, so there's no way, like yourself, I'm not going to jeopardize it. So yeah.
It's such a good thing to hear, Jacqueline. I hope this will continue for more time, but in some point you can have that pie, a small, even though it's a small maybe bite, but maybe you can have that.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Can I ask a question?
We have Sylvia here.
Sorry,
she joined a little bit late. Yeah, sure, definitely.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I'll let the newbies have a go because I'm an oldie.
It's okay, but Sylvia, I think, do you hear us, Sylvia? Sylvia is also one of our oldies, but...
Oh, okay. How many years or months?
But I can't, I don't think Sylvia is hearing us, so you can continue, so we can talk to her later.
I wanted to ask about absorption of iron or any nutrients for that matter. Being where I am right now, almost 3 years. It's going to be 3 years in December. I wanted to learn about absorption. I take the bariatric. I'm just going to grab it. Hang on a sec. I'm going to bring everything. Now, Demet abla recommended this, and I've been taking it. I've been really good with it.
These are the multivitamins, right?
Yeah, these are the multivitamins. It's the bariatric multivitamins with 45 mg iron. It's a once a day one. It's a once a day one. But I stopped taking it because I had, my breast and my tummy tuck and so forth. So I stopped. So I wanted to know the effectiveness of absorption in, this one's capsule form. I know I can probably put it in my foods and have it like that I wasn't sure which is better absorption. That's what I want to ask. Like with the iron tablets, that didn't do me any good. So I had the infusion. I had the infusion that helped. That gave me a huge kick. So what I'll do to begin with perhaps is send you my blood results that are the latest one I had with my other doctor, and you can perhaps have a look at that because I've got no idea how to read test results and what have you. And I wasn't sure as to how often to have a blood test done to see results because of the antibiotics. that's what I was talking about, triggers and what have you, about going back, I don't know, a year or maybe 2 years. My hair started falling out, and I'm thinking, okay, it's probably from the antibiotics that I took with this recent surgery. So I got scared, basically, because when I went through my hair loss stage, it was quite scary, but I knew that it was going to come back, and it did grow.
Yeah,
basically, it all happens just as the doctors and the whoever was involved mentioned. So being at the stage that I'm at, like I have, my collagen as well. I have my vitamin C. Like I'll show you, I'll send screenshots and what have you. I just got a bit scared in the sense of affecting my stomach because I know it's still small. I haven't stretched it. So it's basically about absorption. How much does my body absorb, or how much does my stomach absorb with tablets and capsules as compared to something that I get taken from the blood?
First of all, for the absorption, you had sleeve gastrectomy, right?
Yes.
This is not a malabsorptive operation. It's just because it's really common. It's because you're not having enough iron sources as a food, and also iron absorption is really related with other minerals and vitamins. That's why it's also affected, but there is no malabsorption in your body right now. The only thing is about the capsules. It's for the first year or for sleeve gastrectomy patients, it's because your stomach is small, so your gastric fluid is less than what we normally have. So capsules doesn't dissolve in stomach. So that's why we recommend powder multivitamins, powder things. But for you, after 3 years, it's okay to take capsules. But since you are telling me that they are not enough for you to make your blood iron level, it's because severeness of iron deficiency. Because iron deficiency has many levels. In early stage, we can just complete this with nutrients, like nutrition, sorry. I can give you dark vegetables, meat, egg, and you're feeling much more better. But in other stages, pills are okay. In other stages, injections are okay. So if the injections are good for you for now, I think it's better to continue with that. And I think it's every maybe 2 months, 3 months period. What do you do? Like 3 months period?
Yeah. I think so. You top up.
It's better like this. For the general vitamin usage, if you are feeling like nowadays you are not good with tolerating foods and eating a lot, it's okay to take vitamins again just for support. And but I don't think we need to go back to like protein powders and stuff. I think we just need to push you a little bit, and we're gonna continue. No worries about that. No worries.
Yeah, I've it's like I'll eat, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 cubes of meat. I can't even take that much. Like I'll give in. I'll get full. I won't be able to eat for the whole day, and that scares me because I want to be able to get my nutrients. Like
but you were not like this, right? Before the new surgeries, you weren't like that. Like maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, you were not like that.
I think I have been because meat keeps me, like as you probably know as well, keeps a person fuller longer. But in my case, I try to have small amounts throughout the day and have a variety of nutrients. So if I do, for example, 2 cubes of meat, that's what I'll stop there, because then I can't eat. It won't allow me. I don't know what it is, if it's psychological, but I've almost turned vegetarian after having this surgery.
What about egg and the other protein sources, or fish? For example, fish is more oily, more easy to swallow. Do you feel the same for that?
My thing is, I'm pretty particular about what I put in my mouth in terms of oily, fatty, and what have you. I know we need certain fats in our body. I have small amounts of everything. I'll put it that way. I can't tolerate like before you're talking about three meals a day. Mine's spread out more still to, I might have 6 meals. Like I'll be continuously snacking. I still have my small tubs where back in the days I used to, throw things. I'll do a food prep. I don't know. I can't put a finger to it, but I can't have 3 meals like I would have normally.
Mm-hmm.
How do I explain it? I can't. My body won't take it. I want to eat, but I can't eat. Like I'm done. I'll
do you
feel my
the pressure in your stomach, or do you feel it's like
yes, yes. Like I'll prepare a plate like as I would normally. Like I've got 2 boys. We're all sitting at the table. I'll put everything on my plate. I'm like, I'm going to eat this, and this, and this, and because I'm trying to get nutrients. And I think to myself, okay, what shall I start off with? Okay, I can tolerate this. I'll start off with that. Or I know I'm supposed to eat meat. I'll start off with that. And I'll do little bits. And in the end, I would have eaten a quarter of what I've put on my plate. And my boys will be like, you haven't eaten. I go, I know, but that's what my stomach can take at the moment. But 2 hours later, I get hungry again. And again, that's where my food prep comes in handy, because I'll just grab, I'm very, very good with mixing in nutrients, and I'll have a small tub and I'll just eat that slowly. But I actually want to, like a normal person, sit at the table, finish a meal, but I can't. It won't go.
Yeah, I think you save your baby stomach for really good.
I think I did. I did a really good job.
Yes, you did. But yeah, in nowadays, since it's become like a problem, I think we can see the options, and we can. What about the chewing? Do you feel like you're chewing enough for each bite?
Since the last surgery I had, that's where a problem arose. Well, challenge. I don't want to say problem. I don't know what they did to my chin, but I couldn't move it. So I went back to my very early days, where I had to have food with a straw because I couldn't move my jaw. So I went backwards. But even then, I tried to get nutrients in me. Like I was trying to think common sense. Yes, I know lentil soup, mercimek çorbası, it's bad for me because it's gassy. I'm trying to contemplate, you know what? It's got iron in it. I need this. And then I had to think, oh, hang on a minute. If I have this, it's going to make me gassy. I'm going to fart. So I was trying to contemplate which direction to go in. So I had a straw, not your normal size straw, Pınar sütü var ya, it's small, yes. I've still got up my butt. I was sipping from that. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't know which direction to go in. But yes, thank God I can, open my jaw more now so I can put more in my mouth with a fork. But
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
It's because, like, the meat is hard to digest, even not for like chemical digest, for also physical digest. So
Yes.
it starts with your mouth. You have to digest it really, really well before you swallow. So it takes small space in your stomach so you can add more. So it's really important when we eat meat to chew really well. But besides that, maybe we can, for a starter, we can try to increase your daily energy intake with going back to pure diet a little bit. Like, we can mash everything and it can be easy to digest, easy to tolerate.
Yeah.
We can
Absolutely.
continue with this.
It's all trial and error, basically. It's like I start eating and then I'll look at the time. I'm like, oh my God, 2 hours have gone past. I'm like, I have to step out, do this. And that's where my little tubs come in handy. I throw it in my bag while I'm sitting at the traffic lights. I'll have a few scoops, put it away, and then do my rest of my activities or what have you. But yeah, it's like I've gone backwards again, but it's all good. I'm going to start doing my walks again. But again, it's the balance of how much I intake and how much I burn. Still, I get scared. I'm like, okay, I'm going to cut my walk to half an hour, not an hour, because again, I'm scared I'm going to lose the weight.
Instead of maybe walking, you can add weightlifting.
Yeah, that's another problem at the moment because of my boob surgery.
Yeah.
I can't do certain
when they're
moves.
gonna heal. When they're gonna heal.
I think I've got probably another month or so, but yeah, obviously I'll start doing that then. Yeah, but
Hello,
in the meantime, hello.
Natalie.
How
Oh,
are
she's
you?
here. I'm good. How are you? I miss you a lot.
Nice to meet you, girls.
Oh, so Julie,
I'm from
Hi.
Israel.
hi, how you doing?
Very good. I have a question for you. How long you after surgery?
I was fine, apart from a ropey last day where my blood pressure was really bad. So, like, I had to get loads of drips, but eventually made it on the plane. So,
Oh, and how long you after surgery?
it'll be 7 weeks Monday.
Oh, so you are like me, 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
How have you been?
I'm okay. I'm doing good. I started to eat everything.
Good.
And I just have the breaks very quickly.
Yeah.
Yagmo, but I didn't lose. I lost only 10 kilo.
You just eat what?
Only 10 kilo. I was 97 kilogram, and now I'm 87.
I missed that. What did you just eat?
What?
Didn't you say I just eat a thing? But I missed that.
I eat everything.
What about carbohydrates? What about carbohydrates?
I'm not on the diet. I eat everything, but I have breaks very, very quick.
We are coming back to here.
I drink water, vitamin water. That's all I drink. I don't drink Coke, but I don't understand why. I'm trying to understand how much that they bypassed me because I wasn't that big from the beginning.
Yes, but it's because you are not following your diet.
You're being naughty. Naughty.
Natalie, you have to follow your diet. You have to follow. It's not because of the bypass.
Can you explain to me? I'm in a lot of groups, people eating whatever they want, and they lose weight.
No, it's not a thing. It's in some point, of course, the bypass decrease the amount of food that you eat. Like, it's decrease the absorption of the calories. But of course, if you eat the carbohydrates, the saturated fat or sugar, it's not gonna help. The bypass is not gonna that much help. So still, because also it's a really early stage for it, not even 2 months yet. You shouldn't, you should increase the protein. You should increase the healthy fat, because also not having enough proteins also makes us accumulate water in our body. It's edema. If you don't eat enough protein,
Yeah,
your
that's
body
the
will
problem.
fall.
I don't eat protein. I mean, I don't have time to make for myself. So
You have to make time, darling. You have to make time.
you know, I have kids. I have to prepare for them, and I have no time to prepare for myself. Not time. I mean, strength.
Oh, strength.
You know
Yes.
what I eat, Julie? The protein yogurts, they've got like 22 grams in them, protein drinks and protein yogurts. So I force myself to take them every day.
And do you eat meat?
No yet. I'm still just on soups and things.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit
No, I eat
wary.
steak, I eat lamb chops, I eat everything.
What's
Julie,
that?
Julie,
Sorry.
remember you said to me in hospital, me and you will never be fat again. Stop eating these lamb chops.
I eat everything from everything.
It's about
But very
Sorry.
small, very little.
It's about lifestyle change, darling. You got to change your lifestyle.
I know, but you know, it's very hard. Probably I have to make, you know, another surgery here.
Oh no. No, you don't want to do that.
So yeah, it's really, really important when we go back to nutrients. It's important to add your proteins, Natalie. It's because the metabolism, it's just gonna hold the water. And even though maybe you lose more, of course you lose more, but the scale is not showing that, because your body has covered with water right now. Maybe you don't see also in the mirror. It's because
you think my body still covers with water?
Because you don't eat proteins. Do you know the kids in Africa? They are really skinny, but they have a big, big belly. It's because they are not having enough protein, so their body is swell.
Because
So
they're not eating.
yes, but in your case, you are not having enough protein. So protein deficiency is causing you to hold the water. So you have to add your proteins. You have to increase your vegetables and fibers, and no sugar, no carbohydrate yet. Please continue on this, and you're gonna see the difference.
I'll try. You girls don't eat carbs?
No.
Healthy carbs. I eat healthy carbs. I'm 3 years into my surgery, so I alternate. I don't have normal potato. I'll have sweet potato.
Excuse me, how long? After surgery?
3 years.
3 years, yeah.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So you lost the whole weight.
I was 112 at surgery, and what am I now? I weighed myself. I'm 64 kilos.
Wow, that's my dream, you know?
My height is 155.
Oh, I'm 173.
Oh, so you're lucky. You've got the height. I don't. I grow this way.
I grew this way and this way to the west side.
But now I'm scared I'm gonna lose more weight because I've gone backwards. in my 3 years, I've gone a little bit backwards. I'm trying to go forwards. I'm trying not to lose any more weight, because then I'm gonna have this big head and this stick of a body, and I'm already being teased by my teenage boys. So I've had my boob surgery, my tummy tuck. So
you did it already?
What's that?
You did it already?
Yeah, I did.
It's okay to do after a year.
That's my next step.
Is it after a year? I thought it was 2 years. maybe
No,
it's changed.
yeah, it's after a year, but
Oh, wow.
but of course it needs to be stable. Like after a year, if
Yeah.
you're not still stable with weight
Well,
loss.
I'm gonna show you girls. So excuse. I've got my suit on. I'll show you my well, this is what I call my flab. Other people, like when I had my surgery, they said to me, I wouldn't have known that you had gastric sleeve surgery if you didn't tell me. So that's my flab there. Can you see it? But when I put it down or stand on my side, you can't tell. So I'm like, maybe I won't need the arm lift surgery.
No, it's not that bad.
But yeah, I've got my breast compression. I'll might as well stand up. I'll show everything. You guys might have to. I'll do a dance and you'll have to send money.
Yes, no problem. Send out.
Nothing's for free. See, I've still got my I've got this loose compression belt. If I put this down, you can see I've got.
Wow.
I'm short, so I don't know. I'll do that. It's a jumpsuit. It goes all the way down, basically. But you know, I've reached my goal already. But my fear is losing more weight, and I don't want to lose any more weight because God knows what I'll look like. Because I've got my my face done as well. You know, because my face, I lose a lot of weight from my face, like in general. Like before I had my gastric sleeve, I had weight portioned like in my whole body. Like if I lost weight, I'd lose it from everywhere. If I put on weight, I'd put it on from everywhere. But I guess the last weight that I put on, I started just growing this way, and it looked very disgusting. But my face always goes first. So I've got my own fat cells injected into my face, and I'm even scared of losing that.
This is no problem. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You can do it every 3 or 4 months. No, 6 months.
I've got no idea, to be honest, but that's something I have to discuss with my other surgeon.
Look at these.
How's your hair?
But you know what, girls? You're going to love it. It's the best decision I've made in my entire, how many years I was, I can't even tell you, but it's the best decision I've made. I'll never go, like, I never want to go back to that weight, but no regrets. And you girls, you women are very early into your stages. Once that weight starts coming off, you'll be in your wardrobe at 2 a.m. trying on clothes. You know how you save clothes? You'll say, yep, I'm going to lose the weight. And you put it aside and it sits there. I don't know. In my case, it's stayed there for a good 10 years.
I have a question for you. All your life you were overweight?
No, that's the thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Only these 5-6 years, last 5-6 years.
Yeah. It's your everything's stress related. But this is my analogy. Because of your hormones.
Metabolism, period, age.
Yes, of course.
Everything.
Yes, I'm 46 years old, and it's funny. I was making fun of myself with my surgeon, saying I'll be celebrating 36, not 46. But I said at the same time, I said, my insides are gone. I said, from the outside, I'm going to look young, but I can't move.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So Natalie, maybe that can be a motivation for you to follow your diet and exclude the carbohydrates.
I can't recommend it enough.
I don't understand why I'm not losing weight.
I think because you want that big anyway.
What?
I think because you want too big to start with, I've been the same. I was stuck at the same weight for like 4 weeks. Like recently, and then I've lost like 4 pounds, which I was chuffed about. But I just think because you weren't big to start with, it's going to take us longer. Me and you, it'll take us longer to lose the weight.
Me and you.
Yeah.
And how much you start? Yeah, how much you were before surgery?
I think I was 14, 13, and I'm down to 12.5 now.
Let me say the kg version.
I'm taking advantage. How many meals is that?
You know what I wonder, Yagumo? How much did they bypass me?
Oh yeah, you asked for that, right?
Because I was only 90. I was 32.4 BMI.
Yeah, but I will ask for the.
Is this has a connection to the bypass?
Sorry, I couldn't understand that.
I think
is my weight has anything related to the bypass, to how much they supposed to bypass everything?
They usually take 80% from what I understood. They take 80%.
In stomach, 80%, but in mini gastric bypass, the first part of the intestine, duodenum, it's I'm not sure, but 200 centimeters. I think they're bypassing approximately, but I need to take the document from doctor. Yes, you are right. I forgot that. I'm waiting for. I will ask for.
No, I have Yagmo. I have it. I can send you a picture.
You sent me, right?
No, I didn't send you, but I can
you
send
talk on the phone. Yeah.
And isn't that, to the doctor.
Isn't that says the bypass centimeter?
Excuse me?
Okay. You told me that they are in Turkish, so right. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, please send me so I can tell you how many centimeters they bypass.
Right. So, but usually they bypass 80 or 85% from the weight. That's how they calculate it.
No. 80% is for sleeve gastrectomy. She's talking about sleeve gastrectomy. 80% of stomach is taken from sleeve gastrectomy. In your case, we are having a small baby stomach, but it's not 80%. It's not 80% of stomach, but we are bypassing the duodenum. But I will tell you what they bypass. But
so they bypass less than 80%.
No, it's different.
Your intestines. It's your intestines. I've had a different. I've had gastric sleeve, not the bypass. You've had the bypass.
Right.
Yeah, you've had the bypass. So it works in centimeters. I think that's what Yağmur is trying to explain.
Yeah.
Sorry, Yağmur.
Okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So, but for a starter, I can say that for a 2-month period, you can't say the difference between if they take longer bypass or shorter bypass. In the first 2 months, it's going to be same weight loss for everybody. So we are usually waiting 20% of your initial weight in 3 months. So we are expecting you to lose 20% of your initial weight in 3 months. This is for almost every surgery, even though they bypass more or less, or it's a sleeve gastrectomy. Usually it's something like this. But still, I'm going to tell you how much they bypass. But the thing is here is having enough proteins and fibers and water, of course.
That's the thing, that I'm not having enough protein and I don't eat a lot.
Yeah. So imagine for yourself, like it's impossible to not losing enough when you're eating really, really small portions. It's impossible. Just it's against the math. So probably it's because your body is just the metabolism go slowly since you are not eating that much proteins and fiber. So we have to check this again, but it's not a problem. When you start eating what I want, you're gonna start losing. It's still really, really, really early stage of your surgery. So no worries, you just need to start.
Oh, okay. I'll try it.
Yes.
I'll try it.
You can only try.
I can only try.
So anything else to share? Nothing? Jacqueline, how is your friend? Natalie, how is your friend? You came with your friends and they were so lovely. They were so supportive.
She's good. She's in Israel. She wants to go back to Turkey.
Yes.
This time we're gonna go and we're gonna come visit you, Yagmor, my love.
Yes, I'm expecting you maybe next year, the summertime.
Girls, I want to tell you that Yagmor was my right hand. She was my mother. She was my father. She was everything.
That's fantastic.
I remember when I screamed to Yagmor, please let her in.
She was just come after endoscopy, and she was waking up, and nurses will tell me, like, Yağmur, you have to go to room. A patient is screaming your name. I was like,
I was like that with Demet. I was with Demet. She was my everything.
Yagmor. I drove her crazy.
No. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh.
And Jacqueline, your friend?
Yeah, Elizabeth, she's doing fine. She's going away to see her friend in Spain in 2 weeks.
Oh, so, yeah, she mentioned that. I remember. They're having a trip with friends, right?
Yeah, so she's doing fine. Thank you. I'll let her know that you're asking for her.
We had really good friendships with also your companies when you are sleeping. So they're also part of the family.
Definitely.
So
yes, the best thing is, you know, that they give you a very comfortable feeling.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the most important thing, you know. It's not your country, and still, I felt that I'm a very, very safe hand.
Yeah,
beautiful. Absolutely. No, that's fantastic.
I was so glad that I picked the proper company because the care, the care was amazing.
Thank you. It's so glad to hear those compliments. Thank you. I will tell this to Ella and Dr. Murat, of course, and I'm sure that they're gonna watch this record later.
Yes. Hocam buradan selam gönderiyorum.
Send everybody hello for me, Dr. Murat and Ella, and I love them and I miss them.
Yeah,
and I see them on my next trip.
Yes, we are waiting you on summertime. Don't forget.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel quite bad.
Send you a picture now of my papers of the hospital. This way you can see how much they bypass.
Okay, I will tell you. Send me and I will explain you.
Okay, my love.
And dear Salvi, you were talking about a thing?
It's just, I felt bad because I came like this time around and I wasn't able to see Dr. Murat, and I can't tell you how terrible I feel. And even with we actually did FaceTime with Marilyn, who I met just like you guys met each other at your time. In my time 3 years ago, it was Demet and Dr. Murat and Marilyn. So there was probably a few others, but I really can't remember from the top of my head. But being so far away from everyone and traveling, 20 plus hours on the plane and then arriving in Istanbul.
Wow,
I'm in Australia.
wow.
Yeah, so being so far away, it just ate me. I couldn't see. I did FaceTime with Marilyn from the hotel, and that's the only time I saw Dr. Murat Ustun, and with Demet as well. Demet Abla, I call her. And it was FaceTime, and I said, I'm in the country, but I can't see you because of my situation, because I had multiple surgeries. And I thought, you know what? There's always next time, and I'm going to try and make more trips if I can, fingers crossed. But I just felt terrible. Sorry?
Where did you do the surgery? Where?
In Istanbul, but on the Asia side.
And why did you decide to do it in Istanbul?
Because it's the heart of how do I say it? It's the heart of surgery, basically, regardless which side you're on, either the Europe side or either the Europe side or the Asia side. But when I had my surgery with my gastric sleeve surgery, I was on the Europe side. So I got a taste of the Europe side of Istanbul, I guess. And I loved it. Amazing. And then this time round, I actually thought I was going to be on the same side, the Europe side, but because the name of the hospital is the same, Memorial. And automatically I thought, yeah, I'll see Dr. Murat Ustun as well while I'm there. But my geography is terrible with Turkey. I'm ashamed to say it. I'm Turkish, but I don't know my own country's geography. But so when I got there, and again, the surgeon I had this time around, fantastic. It's just, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed in so many ways. But yeah, the downfall was I couldn't see my gastric sleeve doctor, and I'm like, I feel terrible. I'm like, I'm ashamed, It's like probably maybe with the traffic, I don't know, a couple of hours drive, but I couldn't move. I'm either in hospital or in the hotel or at a pharmacy, and I was limited. I was constricted, as to how far I can travel. And because the doctor, I think he said from memory, he's going to be in Istanbul on the 16th. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be there, because initially it was going to be my breast and tummy tuck. But
you also did it in Istanbul?
Sorry?
Your breast and your tummy tuck, you also did it in Istanbul?
Yes, I did. I'm happy to pass on doctor's information, but I'm pretty sure that with this family, they'll recommend you also who to see or who to go to. But of course, I'm always happy to share information as well. But mine was just, I guess, luck. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was just the way the universe was lined. It was meant to be this way, but regardless, I'm like I said, I'm blessed. I had I met lots of new people, and I'm like, this time, I'm fingers crossed. If I travel in the next 2 years, I'm trying to say a year, but you just never know, because you have to also consider the fact that I'm in Australia and I'm so far away from the rest of the world.
Yes, you're very far away.
Yeah. So, but yeah, who knows? Who knows? I might even meet you girls.
You wish.
And you too, Yağmur. I really want to meet you as well. I'm like, on my phone, I had, because it's been 3 years, I had, was it Masa, her name? I can't remember now, but and yeah, and I'm like, when I was writing, texting this, that, it's just, my mind was all over the place. I'm like, yes, I have to remember this is Masa. And then I think I was on Demet's Facebook and I saw a post that Masa did. And then I think at that time you messaged me. So I was calling you, I'm not typing to you as much.
It's okay. It's
So I
totally
do apologize.
understandable.
I'm so sorry. I feel like an idiot.
No, it's totally fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we are done here. What do you say? Anybody wants to share anything? Natalie, I think I'm gonna send a new diet plan for each of you. Jacqueline gonna have for a diet for maybe switching into
with good food.
yeah, no carbs for you, no sugar for you, but high in protein, high in vegetables, good sources of fats, everything. And for dear Salvi, we're gonna work on the iron and of course
Absorption,
eating habits
yes.
again. And for
I'll
Natalie,
yeah, sorry.
no problem. And for Natalie, I think we all understand that. Why not?
Look at Yagmore. Look at him.
He's so handsome.
Oh.
Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna show my 6 foot son. He can't fit in the screen. My fuzzball.
Wow, he's beautiful.
Come down. Say hello. They can hear.
My son is not here. My little son is here. Ben.
He's my pet.
Hello. Hello, handsome.
Say hello.
I'm looking for my cat, but he's not into me.
Nowhere to be seen. I've got my other teenage son in bed. He doesn't wake up early, but he's the early bird. And I said all of us, I'm like, yeah, you have to help me with your screen. I said, I'm not switched on at the moment.
Wow, it's daytime by you.
Yeah, it is. It's almost 8:25 to be exact in the morning. So I'm taking advantage. That's why I'm trying to get my water intake while I'm having chats with you so I can have plump skin.
Very good.
She's a good student for every surgery.
I've stuck to it all. I think way too much.
Very good student.
Okay,
Yes,
so we can collagen also. Oh my goodness.
Magnesium, vitamin C, and what's this? Probiotics. I'll be starting I started them very slowly. Sorry, Yarmuk.
No, it's
I've
okay.
got a bad habit of doing this.
How was your hair was doing? Your hair?
With me?
Yes.
My hair, it fell out a lot, but it all came back. It all came back. Yeah, it all came back. And but after having the recent surgeries I've had, I think I had in total 5 in the 1 month I was in Istanbul. And it started falling out again, but that's normal. It's because of the antibiotics that I took. And once I kickstart my vitamins all over again, because I stopped taking them because of the surgery I was going to have. So
why you're not allowed to have vitamin?
What's that?
You're not allowed to take vitamin before the surgery?
Yeah, before surgery, yeah. The doctor asks you, I can't remember from the top of my head, but it's only for a short period. And then afterwards, after the surgery, again, a short period of time later, you can start it all over again because you have to go by what they give you at the time. But it's all good. Nothing to be scared of or afraid of. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to ease myself back into my collagen because it's going to help with my healing for my surgery that I've had.
Right, yes.
And even with my magnesium. Yeah, I'm trying, like, if I showed you my pantry, like, I'm sort of a health freak to begin with anyway. So
okay.
I try to stick, and you saw my son. Like I said, I'm 155 centimeters tall. I'm very short, and my son is 6 foot. Like what I'm trying to say is I looked after them well during their growth period, that they grew too much. But again, you have to prioritize yourself. Yes, the kids will get fed, they will eat. This is what I learned in this journey of mine. This is my gastric sleeve was my first new page in life. And then having my breasts and my tummy tuck is the second page of my new life. So
no, my breast will be my third time.
Okay. Why not? Whatever works. But if you guys end up in Istanbul, I don't know, we'll figure it out and we'll exchange information. And
why not? I'll be very glad to.
Same, definitely with all of you.
Girl, it was nice meeting you.
Yes, it was lovely meeting you too as well. And Yamur, of course. Yes.
Okay.
Lots of kisses.
Bye, girls, and good luck. And see you to the next time.
Yes,
see you next time.
Meeting. I'll be more what's that word? I'll be better with my technology hopefully next time.
Okay, bye.
All right, okay. Help me turn this off. Bye guys.
Love you.
Love you all.
Love you. Bye.
Kisses.
Bye.
Bye.